This is hay baler. This is another outdoor workout. Once again, all 4 athletes will move individually. This has an 8-minute time cap. There's no rest in between. So once 3, 2, 1, go, athlete 1 goes. Once they complete their specific reps, they'll run back, tag, the next person goes, and it's just back and forth until the last person goes, okay? So athlete number 1, they are gonna have these round sandbags. They are just little small circles. There's a 100-pound bag and a 70-pound bag, and it's the same for everybody, okay? So athlete number 1 has the most amount of cleans. Now, clean with the sandbag means they're gonna muscle that bag. They're gonna pick it up however they want. You'll have some people pull it straight to their shoulder, right? From here, they have to show control, all right? Meaning that bag's on my shoulder, my body's fully locked out. Some of them are gonna drop the bag, pick it back up, go to the other shoulder, that's fine. If they wanna alternate shoulders, let them do that, right? Most of them will probably go to the same shoulder, and they're gonna probably keep their hands on the bag. Now this is gonna be important because those bigger, stronger guys and ladies are gonna try to touch and go super quick, okay? Now, here's what I'll say. We wanna show control and we wanna kind of slow them down, okay? So for this workout, what I'm gonna have them do is I'm gonna take one hand off.
Okay.
So when you lock out, so I pick my back up, here's a good way to do it. So hand goes underneath, I pick my back up, I'm getting it here, show control, hand off. So the hand has to come off and away from your body, okay? This is gonna force them to stand up all the way, to stabilize, as opposed to moving quickly. Now, when they go down, going back to the touch and go reps, what's gonna happen is they're gonna hug it, they're gonna bend over. Some of them are just gonna like lean over and tap one little bit of it, and then come back to again and show control. What I want is I want their hands, wherever their hands are, the back of my hands have to touch the floor, not just the bag. So I'm gonna force the larger range of motion, so I have to get my hands all the way to the floor, right? The back of my hands, then I can come up and muscle that through, show control, and go from there. Otherwise, you know, those bags are gonna get used 100 times, right? So they're gonna get floppy, they're gonna get moved around. So if the bag's sagging, then someone's gonna try to get away with a shorter range of motion as opposed to making the back side of my arms touch, right? So make sure they do that, land it, arm off, put it back, then you can go down.
Back has to touch the floor.
The back of the arms, like hands, arms,
your
yeah.
skin,
Yeah, because some of them are gonna try to.
Unless they just drop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless they just drop it. Now, some of them are going to like just manhandle it and they'll grab it from the side. They'll just, right? As long as the bag, like you see the bag get completely flat, like so you don't want to see like just a little bitty end touch, right? Like I don't want that. Like we want get it flat and then pull it. Like if you want to palm it and grip it, slam it to the floor, get it flat, and then bring it back up. Okay, and then show control and then go back down.
You basically want it from a dead stop every time they go down.
Yeah, ideally. If they're not like full palming it, like, but again, you'll have 100-pound bags aren't that heavy for guys, 70-pound bags aren't that heavy for ladies. Like some of them will just boom, 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 boom. And so to eliminate this movement, it's like boom, 1, boom, 2, and then because some of them will forget. If you don't see an arm go like this, then it's a no rep, and you've got to be like, hey, come back up. They're like, oh shit, and then they'll get confused, and then they'll have to fumble with it. But show the arm out, that way they have to stand up all the
Can
way.
they just kind of take it off and just show it?
Yeah. So just like
As long as
boom.
it's off.
Yeah, as long as it's off and comes back, like that's fine. All right, so athlete 1, you'll notice at the top of each of their boxes, the sandbag cleans get significantly smaller. So again, athlete 1 has the most amount of cleans. All right, then they go all the way down to 4 for athlete 4. Okay, now then they carry the sandbag to the appropriate hay bale. Big round hay bale, right? So just big random thing out there, right? It's not gonna be very far, right? It's gonna probably
It's like
be from
15 meters, I
yeah,
think.
so like from here to that garage door, right? Maybe even closer than that.
Can I show one thing on this one, because that's important?
For sure.
We're gonna have a marked box by the hay bale that they're gonna have to put the bag in,
Yep.
or they can't start their carries, up and overs, because we were practicing it, and I jumped down and I didn't hurt myself, but if someone puts it right there, we could roll an ankle or something, so we just want it to where it's not in the way of them coming back and forth.
Yeah. So again, they can be as urgent as they want running, and they can put it down, but it's got to stay on that mat. If their bag's not on the mat, then they can't start their up and overs. Now the up and overs are going to be just the grindy, moving, climbing over, whatever. They're going to nail, bite, and claw anything they can to just get over the bell. Some of them will just jump and roll. As long as they get on top, right? We don't want anybody going around, right? The bell, or the hay bell. I don't think that'll happen, but up and over, right? Up and over. They don't have to do a burpee or nothing. It's just like, hey, when you get over, both feet touch. So kind of put yourself in a position where you can see them go to the other side. Both feet touch the ground and they go back over, right? Taller dudes will have a little bit easier time, probably bounding over. Shorter ladies are gonna probably have to crawl, bite, and climb as high as they can. Now with this one, this is important. So shorter guys and ladies, they can ask for help, but they have to run their sandbag down, leave it, run back to tag a teammate, and before they start their up and overs for each one, they have to do one burpee. So it's like, hey, we have to do a burpee, and then you can help me over.
Synchro
throw
burpee.
me over. Yeah. Which
And they can help over however they want. They can
Yeah,
climb
they-
on their back. They can boost them up with their hand.
throw them over. Yeah.
They
So
can,
every up and over is a burpee?
yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So with that said, nobody's probably gonna do that. But if they are like failing, struggling, they're tired, they just physically can't get over, feel free to remind them, hey, you can go tag a teammate, but you have to do a burpee when you get back.
And
So,
even if they get one and then they can't get 2, 3, and 4,
Yeah.
they can go tag someone, have them come back,
Yep.
do their burpee, and finish them up each up and over
so
with a
similarly,
burpee.
like on here, your score sheets will will describe how many reps they need to do. So you'll notice all the way from athlete 1 across to athlete 4, each athlete has more reps. So don't forget that. So athlete 1 has 4 up and over. So again, just think about your box overs. I go over, that's 1, come back, that's 2, over again, that's 3, come back, that's 4. So every time they go over, that's 1 rep, okay? So 4, 6, 8, 10, then they pick up the bag, they carry it back to their team who's waiting on the stall mat, and then the next person can go, okay? And up until athlete 4, and then that's time, yes?
When they, like, I need to go tag somebody, does that person get to stay with me at the hay
Mhm.
bale, or do I have
Yes.
to go back?
No, they'll
Okay.
stay with you until you complete or however long they need you.
Okay, but then you have to do the burpee every.
Every
They
single
both did,
over,
yes,
yeah.
correct.
Yep.
Mhm. And then the athlete that's actually the working athlete at that time must carry the bag back
Yeah,
themselves.
not the.
So
not
don't
the
let
helper.
the assistant
Yeah.
athlete carry it back.
And that's
No.
only for masters and scaled, not for
Correct.
RX.
Yeah,
that
RX
again.
has to be able to get over themselves.
Only
Yeah,
for
RX.
masters.
Yes, only for masters and skill. Now to the same scenario in my head that just popped up. Let's say I tag someone, they're coming to help me, and all of a sudden I'm able to do it by myself. Do I still have to do a burpee even though my helper is not helping me, but they're there?
No, for everyone you need assistance, you have to
Okay,
do a burpee.
so again, if you need help, burpee. And then if not, you just do it on your own. Cool. All right, that is hay baler. You guys good with that?